Jesus Christ, me and Brenda were just engaged in a battle to the fucking death there to get on her giant pants. I bought the biggest pants I could find today to sort of show a comparison between Brenda's dance pants / my dance pants and these big bad boys. These are shapewear. But obviously shapewear being what it is, and if you're just wearing a fuller dance pant, it's coming up higher and it's coming down lower, probably more at the front than the back, I'm going to suggest. I'm going to show how the rules apply in this instance. So if you want to create a narrower waist, you're already wearing your shapewear, okay, but you want to break it up, because if I go in with the feather fringe, it's not very flattering. Bringing it down is creating a more shapely waist naturally. It's enhancing your waist further, as your shapewear is doing as well, creating a more flattering appearance. Now again, with the thigh area, if you were to come up to the top here, where am I? I'm mostly going to show you that the principles apply no matter what the size of the pants is that you're sticking on. She is getting a more flattering curvature around that hip area, around that thigh area, and around that torso area there, rather than just being a big block of black. Okay, and I'm going to suggest that that's the same no matter what the colour is. A big block of a single colour in an unflattering cut, which to me that is an unflattering cut, you need to add something to it to give it a more flattering appearance. I just wish I had more feather fringe to go on that side, because it would look absolutely tremendous. The same is going to apply to the back. So we know we stay away from the very top of the waist area there, because it's just awful. We know we're going to basically draw in the shape that we're after. It comes up so high on the waist because of the job it's designed to do. Unfortunately, the appearance of it then is nothing to write home about, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's not doing you any favours aesthetically, which is I suppose why they stick it on under your clothes rather than as your clothes. But you can wear shapewear as pole wear, and instead of it looking very blocky and unflattering, because quite frankly that is what it looks like, you can add something as simple. Let's get your seam lined up with your butt crack there, Brenda. So roughly, yeah, that looks like it's in your butt crack now. Okay, by simply cutting in to the shape of it. Look at that. That looks like an amazing behind now, doesn't it? Gosh, I wish I had some on the other side. Then, again, we stay away from the thick, blocky ribbons. Even this 1-inch bad boy here. I'm going to attach it so give you a real... You can't argue with this demonstration type film. I'm staying away from the top. I think everybody can accept that. To place something right at the very top is just... it's shit. So... you have got now a nice curve around the back there. You've got yourself a nice shaped bottom. Excusing that ribbon now, obviously it's just tucked in the back there. You've got the position right on your belt, but unfortunately you've chosen to use a very plain ribbon. We can make it better, or more interesting I should say. We can take this, turn her towards me a second so I can actually get it in there. So you're dealing with a fuller pant style. You've got your feather fringe going around there to give your bottom area a more flattering shape to it. Made the torso area more flattering. Positioning of the flowery, lacy stuff. It's just drawing things in. So wishing I had more feather fringe around that side at the moment. You wouldn't believe it. So we've got the front all sorted. That looks tremendous. But perhaps we still want to do something more or something different. So Pretend that I've still got my feather fringe on the bum area. Down there, we are going to need a pin in your crotch. And now you've got yourself a narrower torso. There's a very fine balance point on a big set of pants like this. Because if I was to drop this front down and I was to drop it down too far, because of the volume of fabric is going to be the same on either side, it's going to give the appearance of you being bigger than you are. So to come up at the sides there on the very top of the waist and to drop it down is what is giving it the flattering appearance. To have a slight drop, I'm going to say, is what you're after if the pants that you're dealing with are in a block colour. If you had, if these pants, for instance, their centre panel was a different colour, the fact that it's a different colour is going to make it more flattering. Because then, in effect, your eyes are drawn to this area. It's making you naturally appear to be thinner / narrower, whatever way you want to look at it. So if you've got block colours, and it doesn't even matter if it's black, red, whatever, you've got to go very careful in the placement of any embellishments that you're doing, because you could basically make your figure not look like you've got any form of shape to it, even if you happen to be wearing a pair of shapewear pants, essentially. And as dance pants go, I think they're actually quite phenomenal, to be fair. If these weren't shapewear, if these were just a big set of dance pants, you know, they're full brief, I think is the correct term, the placement of what you're sticking on is going to be key in establishing a flattering look. You don't want things to get lost in the design, but equally you can do things like this. So though these pants are, you know, they're just plain black, by adding things to the center panel here that complements the waistband here, your eyes are going to be drawn to this area. That's going to make you appear narrower. It's just smoke and mirrors, and I bloody love it. So that's basically it. You can take any form of pant and you can create a nice shape to it. You've just got to be mindful of the shape of the dance pants that you're dealing with in the first place. Anything that has a curve to it around the thigh area, you're going to be able to enhance around the torso area an awful lot more easier than if you're dealing with something that's got a high waist and what I consider a low leg, because it's sat literally on the first inch or so of the upper thigh. You're going to have to then be thinking in panels. If to add stuff to here, if you aren't trying to appear narrower, to add stuff to the side panels, let's turn her sideways on, would make more sense, wouldn't it? It would be all to do with the direction in which you're going. If you're going in this direction, you're creating a curve around this way. If you're going in this direction, let's twist her a tiny bit more. If you're going in this direction, from the back side up, you've got to go careful that you don't chop into the shape of the buttocks, essentially. Because if you're going to go in a straight line, I'm not suggesting that you are, because these are obviously stuck on the plastic, but it's going to be very key, the height at which you place things on a fuller pant. It's going to create a different look. So yeah, but obviously you can play with the sizes as well. So if your embellishments went from smaller to bigger, you're going to create that arc. You've just got to be a bit more creative when you're dealing with a block colour of a full set of dance pants, basically. So yeah, big embellishments on the front of big pants, no good. Hollow things like the lace butterflies, they're more flattering because you're breaking up the area, but you're not creating another block of stuff on top. You're not making it too busy. You make it too busy, it's not going to be flattering. You've got to be mindful of what you're placing and where you're placing it. One other thing I want to show you, it's applied to the high leg pants as well, so this isn't new, this isn't groundbreaking. But you can add a bigger shelf to your bottom with some ostrich feathers. You can create a bigger shelf to your bottom. So even if you've got a big bottom, you can get a bigger, rounder bottom over your big pants. And that then creates a sharper, more flattering line. Wonderful. That's it. Goodbye.